Hey, welcome back to the third video in this match charting series. Today I'm going to show you three very simple ways you could chart information from, say, a second serve return. Some of them are more about the process of what they're doing, and some of them go into a little bit more of the performance, and of course you could gather the outcome stats from that as well. So without further ado, let's just dig in. So we have three different things that you could chart on a second serve return, or on any situation if you really want to. The first one is where on the arc of the flight of the ball do they hit the ball after the bounce. So is it on the rise, is it at the top of the bounce, or is it on the drop? That's simple information you could gather just by putting an arc on it, looking for any of the second serve returns, drawing a line on the arc just to show roughly to the player where they were making contact within the flight. The next one that it would be nice to know is the height of the contact point. So if they're looking to attack, you're looking to have somewhere up around the shoulders. And the next piece of information that would be handy for a player to know is where about on the court are they making contact with the ball. Now, for the purpose of this chart, I'm going to number them. So you could do this for every return game. You have a page for every game if you want, but what I'm going to do is number them. There's 6 points here, so I'm just going to go 1 to 6 just so we can correlate them all at the end. So let's have a look at point 1. Now you can see there it was just off the top of the arc, so just off the top. So I'm going to put a 1 here, and then I'm going to put a 1 around here, but I'm going to put a circle around this 1, and the circle means it was sliced. So it doesn't matter what you do, it's just that I need to know what it is for feeding it back. Where he was on the court, he was just around in here, and then I'm going to put a number 1 here, and that means I could just draw a line from there to there, know it's a slice, and then I'm going to have a win, lost column, and he lost that one. So we can see this would be great for Patrick to know that if he lets the ball come to him, if he chips it back or slices it back, if it lands short, then he's going on to lose the point. So again, this is good information. So this one, it was a slightly weightier second serve. He hit the ball on the rise there, so I'm going to put a 2 there. The 2 was on a backhand again, but the 2 this time was down here, and it was a drive, so it was actually below shoulder height. And he made contact with the ball around here, and the ball went there, and he won that point. Now, he would see from the video that although he won the point, he was lucky to win it. It was a volley that perhaps Sam could have made. Sorry, Sam. So if we look at point 3, he again letting the ball drop. He was hitting the ball, it was on a forehand, and I would say it just below shoulder. So if I put a 3 here, and if we look at where it was hit actually behind the baseline, went into this area here, and he lost the point. Very good serve. So again, it was hit slightly on the drop. It was again on backhand. I'm going to put it deliberately out here because it was a reach. Yeah, and ball land. It was hit from literally about here, landed about here, and he lost the point. I might put a circle around this one to show that it was, or maybe around this one to show it was a very, very good second serve. It's an interesting one, this one. Again, still hit slightly off the top. It was a forehand, I think it was hit maybe a little bit higher up, but still not quite up there. It was hit, let's put it from this end. So it was hit maybe a little bit more in the court, but it was hit straight up the middle. So that and you could see Sam then puts the ball away on the next one. So it was hard, but it was up the middle. 6-1, I'm going to say it was probably about as close as it was to the top of the bounce. Forehand, roughly about here. If we do it from this angle, so it was around again the ad court, hit from about here, but it was missed out here, lost. So just to be clear again, you don't have to do all three of these things. It might be that the coach wants a parent to chart where are they standing every time they make a second serve return, and it could be you just do the court diagram. The numbers are up to you. It could just be crosses, dots, whatever you want. For me, being the geek, the numbers then make it possible for me to actually see where about in the game this actually happens, or how many times it happens. Easier to just correlate the numbers. It's also easier to then correlate where they make contact with where it actually ends up. You can then draw lines on the page as well. So if you don't have the numbers, you don't know which dots relate to serve and return. But again, just keep it really simple. If you just want to chart where they make contact with the ball on the court, just put a cross or a dot where it is. This one, again, it's interesting information for the player. It doesn't need to be any more complicated than a stick person with a forehand and a backhand, just to get a feel for where they're making contact. You'll see with younger players quite often they will let the ball drop. They won't want to take it on at shoulder height. When you get to the older age group, it's almost the serve makes them hit the ball at the height. So it's then interesting to know if they are proactively choosing to go and take the ball, hopefully as near as they can at the top of the bounce. You can see 4 out of the 6, or maybe 4, maybe 5 out of the 6 points Patrick's letting the ball come to him. So for his age, 17, 6'3", you really want to go up and meet that ball. So keep it simple. Once you get good, you can chart as many different things as you want, but this is good for showing more process. This is more the kind of performance, if you like, the patterns. This is very much process, top of the bounce, which height you're making contact with. So you can start to really unearth a lot of good details to help you on the coaching court. Okay, again, as with all the videos, if you like them, share them with your pals, subscribe to the channel, comment below on what you would like to see in the content. If there's anything specific you would want to see how you would chart, let me know, because I'm going to blow the doors off it. I'm going to be charting mental skills, charting all sorts of weird and wonderful things as the series goes on. Okay, till next time, take care, bye bye.